In 20 years, I have sat across the table with over 2,000 couples, and I can tell you the money fight that ends a marriage rarely starts with money. It starts with silence. If you and your husband keep having the same money fight over and over, the budget app didn't fix it, the raise didn't fix it, and lately you just don't bring it up at all, I need you to hear me. You're not broken, and you're not bad with money. You're just having the wrong fight. Studies say money fights are the number 2 reason why marriages end. Number 2, right behind infidelity. The problem is no one ever teaches us anything about it. 20 years in the mortgage world, 5 kids, 1 divorce I didn't see coming, and $87,000 in debt that I had to climb out of. So no, this isn't theory. I've seen couples who make it do things totally different by doing 3 things, and I call it money out loud. Now, the third one is something I wish someone would have taught me in my first marriage, so stick with me until that. Number 1, the fight is never about money. Every money fight has 2 meanings colliding. To you, money means safety because you grew up watching your mother count every single dollar. To him, it might mean freedom, respect, or that he's not turning into his dad. So when he spends and you panic, that's not a spreadsheet disagreement. That's your safety crashing into his freedom at full speed. And until someone names it something different, it's the same fight over and over again, wearing a different outfit. The Amazon box by the door. How much was that tone? The silence at the checkout line. Here's what over 20 years at the closing table has showed me. 2 couples, same income, same monthly payment. 1 couple is calm, 1 couple is cracking right in front of me, the stranger holding a stack of closing papers. And I used to think the difference was the money, but it wasn't. The calm couple talked about the scary numbers out loud, where the cracking couple, well, some were just learning about the other's debts in front of the mortgage professional because the application process hides nothing. And that's not a money problem. That's a meaning problem that ran out of places to hide. So here's your move this week. It's not a budget. It's asking your husband, what did money mean to you growing up? Don't fix it. Don't defend it. Don't take notes for the next fight. Just listen. You're not solving for money today. You're learning what it means. And now that you know what money means to each of you, you have to learn where it normally lives, which is in the dark. Number 2, drag that money into the light, because what stays in the dark festers and it grows ugly. You see, silence compounds just like interest. Skipping the money conversation for now may seem like keeping the peace, but it's really a deferred payment with a brutal penalty. And you can't out-earn it either. I've watched high-income couples crumble and modest income couples thrive because you can't out-earn disconnection. A Ramsey study found that 1 in 3 couples hide purchases. Really? I mean, you're hiding receipts from the person you share a bed with? And listen, no judgment for me. I know the dark personally. $87,000 in debt. The worst part wasn't even the number. It was carrying it alone. The mental math at 2 a.m, smiling at work, helping everyone else, and then being in the dark secretly, carrying it alone. The day I finally said the number out loud was the day it started shrinking. Not because the math changed, because money stress shrinks once you drag it out into the light. So this week, I want you to say 1 money thing out loud. Maybe it's a credit card balance. Maybe it's a subscription. Maybe it's the worry. Pick the smallest if you have to. The number won't change that day, but the weight will. And if he's the one carrying something, make the space safe for him to put it down. Remember, light first, math later. Real quick, if you're a working wife and no one talks about money like this out loud and without shame, this is exactly this channel. So hit subscribe. And we're going to talk about this every week. Okay, number 3, the one I had to learn the hard way, because a hard conversation isn't a system. a rhythm is. Number 3, the couples who make it, they don't have money talks when they're angry. They schedule them when they're not. So run your life like your most important client. I would never let family walk into a $500,000 closing with no plan, no strategy, no numbers. Never. But most of us run our biggest financial partnership, our marriage, on hopes and a vibe. So money only comes up at the worst possible nights. 11 o'clock at night, at the checkout line, in front of the kids. Of course it was a fight. There was never any scheduled time for it to be a conversation. And what gets scheduled gets strengthened. So here's what it looks like in my house. Coffee, calendar, and 3 questions. What came in, what went out, and 1 dream or worry. That's it. When the timer rings, you're done. You're not allowed to turn this into a summit. Jesus said, where your treasure is, so is your heart. And your bank statement is basically like a little diary of your heart. So read it together, gently and with grace. And let your kids catch you doing this. Remember, most lessons are caught, not taught. I grew up not hearing any of these conversations. My kids, they hear them regularly. So let's put 30 minutes in the calendar this week. Remember, the fight was never about money. It's about what money means. What you keep in the dark grows, but what you bring out to the light shrinks. And love doesn't need you to wing it. It needs a rhythm. That's money out loud. And listen, this isn't for couples who want to fight about money. This is for couples who want to end it. So tell me in the comments, which one are you? Are you the spender or the saver? Write it out. I read every single one, and I want to know who I'm talking to. And if this is home, hit subscribe. I'm going to talk this out every week. And let's start with that money date this week. Coffee, calendar, 3 questions. That's it. Let's go build a life you don't need a vacation from.